Hello, my name is Blue. I'm back with a video after over a month of not posting anything. If you've seen any of my videos on YouTube or on Instagram, clearly my background is different. That's because I moved, which is why I didn't update anything. In my previous video, I worked on a poem called Marrow for a chapbook that I said I was going to write some more of in another video, and I did actually record that. I did record that video, but as I was editing it, I moved in the middle of it and didn't finish it, so that didn't happen. I did in fact finish writing the chapbook, so I'm here to give a bit of an update on that collection and also the things that I'm working on now, because I have quite a few of them, because it seems like everybody opened up submissions all at the same time, so you know, we're chugging along. So this is what we were working on in the last video, and I did decide to submit this, so I won't be sharing the rest of the poems, unfortunately. I'll talk a bit more about where I submitted it to and about that process in a few minutes, but these were the poems that we ended up with. There are 8 of them in total, and I think it's how many pages? 12 pages. And this is how Marrow turned out. I think this is an older copy. For a second there, I got really concerned that I might have submitted an unedited copy of that, because I could not find it. I must have I don't know, put it somewhere, maybe on a flash drive, because I couldn't find it, the actual version that I submitted, but thank God I did not submit one with a typo. Anyways, this is the updated Marrow. You can pause and read this. I've always felt slightly uncomfortable reading my own poetry out loud. That's something I really need to get better at, actually. I feel like it just sounds unnatural. I don't know what that sound was. The plan for this chapbook is, even if it doesn't get selected, I still want to either type it on a typewriter and bind it by hand for my friend, or just print it, or I don't know, maybe handwrite, whatever's most, whatever feels most personal and fits well with the collection, which I think will either be handwriting it or typing it on the typewriter, which I do have. I do have a typewriter. It is currently in my brother's possession because I don't use it enough. So I keep clicking the nails. I've had press-ons, or not press-ons, I've had gel nails before. My friend did for me for a Jackson 1 concert. But that's the only time, and I took them off the day after. I put these on last night. I already took these ones off because I just can't survive. But I do really like them. They're very pretty. So I finished writing that collection, and I decided to submit it to the 2025 micro-chapbook prize by Palette Poetry. It does have a $15 fee, and my estimated response for that is June to July. So fingers crossed. I won't say I'm confident, but I do think I have improved a lot as a poet, especially with that chapbook collection. It's probably the best thing I've written, best collection of poems that I've written ever. The other things I've been working on, I've submitted to 3 places. I've also received 2 rejections this week from stuff I submitted in December, and I'm currently working to submit 4 things. Probably won't end up submitting to some of these deadlines that are closer because I don't want to rush a piece and submit that, and that's just gonna waste everybody's time. Versus Predator, I submitted to the Lascaux review. This is a piece that was featured in There's a Hint in That There Holler, which is a charity anthology. Not accepted, obviously. And then Tell Me Nothing Could Have Been Done, that was a poem. I submitted to the Fracture Prize from Free the Verse. I have another piece that was published in Free the Verse, but this one wasn't accepted. And then Brunch with the Moon on her 21st birthday, I've told you about that one. We'll hear back in June, July. And then Oh Mother You Were Right, Pixie Stick Boy, and Tell Me Nothing Could Have Been Done. I submitted to only poems. At least for me, just always assume it's not going to get accepted. And then Frontier Poetry opened a very short window for a prize for odes. And it was, you could submit up to 3, it was a $20 fee, and I wrote 2 odes. I attempted to write many more odes, but none of them came out quite right. So I've got 2, one of them barely qualifies as an ode, and the other one is possibly completely inaccessible to anybody except for me and my friends. The next one I submitted to Laughing Man House Publishing. They published the charity anthology There's a Hint in That There Holler that I had a piece in, so that's how I heard about this. And then Free the Verse, literally today. I'm not gonna submit to this, but it was on my list of things I wanted to submit to. I don't even have a piece for that. And then Ghost City Press, they opened theirs. That's a micro-chapbook summer series. They're a really cool press. So many poems, so many poets available for free, and the poets receive 100% of whatever the reader decides to donate, if they decide to donate. And then there's Cat Eye Press. I probably won't submit to this, but it is really cool. And then another from Frontier Poetry, Hurt and Healing Prize, March 2nd. I don't know if I can do the $20 fee right now. This grant I was thinking of submitting Brunch with the Moon on her 21st birthday, but just an extra to that. And then Black Fox is open. I've submitted to them before and didn't get accepted. That's okay. Another for the Lascaux review. With these fees, I'm not 100% sure if I'll be able to do that because I'm currently unemployed. I've been kind of intrigued by the idea of photo poetry recently, but I have no idea how to go about putting together one of those collections. I'm also not a photographer, so I don't have a ton of photos that are quality, you know what I'm saying? But it's been on my mind. I've been thinking about it, so maybe that's something I'll do someday. And I do have my little notebook. It was featured in my last video. So far, I've got this much left until it's finished. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was halfway through last time, and now we're here. Just every single idea goes down in this notebook, and I've had an idea for a photo poetry book about childhood and identity, because I always come back to that. The thought of who would I be if X thing wasn't part of my life, or if X thing was. Well, we might do something with that. I've also done a blackout poem. Blackout poems are a lot harder than I thought they were. I don't know how the people on Tumblr make it look so easy, but this blackout poem was created from a narrative essay I wrote in my senior year of high school, and I sent it to the National Scholastic Art and Writing Awards, and I did win a national gold medal for it, but I asked them not to publish it, so you cannot read this narrative essay. But I was considering making a series of blackout poems from pieces like this from my high school and early college years, because I wrote a lot about the same subject, and I still write about that subject, but not as much. I think we're growing and moving on, hopefully. So that's everything I'm writing at the moment, including some fanfiction, like 10 fanfics. I'm very open about that. You can go read my fanfiction if you want. You can pretend that you never saw it. I like to be transparent about that. So as for everything I'm reading, I'm currently reading A More and More by Amy Pence. I think I'm not quite the target audience for this. Sometimes when I read poetry, this is a horrible thing to say as a poet, but it's like I don't understand. Like, you kind of dumb it down a little bit for me. And on that same topic, I'm also reading Is this upside down? No, okay. I'm also reading Lascaux by Jiminso, and I think I'm also not the target audience for this. This is very much like above my level of understanding. I think, like, I'm enjoying it. I'm not sure I'm understanding it. You know what I mean? I like the vibes. And then also I'm reading Film for Her. After like many years of seeing this on like the shelves at Barnes & Noble, which is what piqued my interest in photo poetry, obviously. Yeah, I'm very intrigued by that. And I really like the thought of exploring all that poetry can be, which is why I'm trying to read more things like this photo poetry and the interaction between language and photos and everything. And then this, the interaction between poetry and language and translation. But I don't know Korean. This has some very interesting forms. Like, I feel like I need a ruler, like, so I can figure out where the, I don't know if it's just me, when there are lines like this, I kind of struggle with figuring out. This sounds dumb now that I'm saying it. This is why they made lined paper. And apart from all of that, I'm still in school, struggling. My friend also put me onto Dragon Cave. But thanks for watching. Hopefully I will actually come back with another video soon to write something. But I won't make any promises this time because I need to like learn to not make promises. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day.